The U.S. Department of Homeland Security issued a warning this week to over 10,000 law enforcement agencies across the country, warning of potential violence in the coming days, weeks, and months from both Q supporters and, of course, Donald Trump's most loyal followers. And, of course, there's a nice overlap in those two groups. But here is specifically the warning that the DHS sent out. In recent weeks, domestic violent extremists motivated by various violent ideologies have continued to advocate violence and plan attacks. As of June 16th, racially or ethnically motivated violent extremist white supremacists were sharing downloadable links to a publication discussing targeting mass gatherings, critical infrastructure, and law enforcement officers. Sociopolitical factors that possibly contributed to violent acts in 2020, including social isolation and other pandemic-related stressors and divisive political climates, continue to exist. Additionally, Q conspiracy theory adherents continue to promote the idea that the former president will return to power in August. We have no evidence of associated threats with the August date, but historically some DVEs, which are domestic violent extremists, have conducted violence in furtherance of conspiracy theories. So what does all this mean, right? A lot of those, complicated phrases in there. First and foremost, they're scared Q people are going to go out and commit acts of violence over the Independence Day weekend that we're heading into right now. Obviously, last year, everything locked down. This year, more things are opened up, a lot of it way prematurely. COVID's still out there, Delta variant's out there. If you're out there, please be careful. But people are gathering. There's going to be grand public events in cities all over this country. Just the kind of thing that these extremists have been waiting for the past year. They're feeling isolated because of the pandemic, right? They have all these other stressors. The political climate, as they mentioned, is still horrible. We are a nation that is terribly divided here. So that's the immediate threat, like literally within the next couple days threat that Homeland Security sees as a potential thing that could happen. Let's talk about the August thing for a minute, right? The Q folks have been promoting this conspiracy theory. Mike Lindell has been promoting this as well, CEO of MyPillow, that somehow, some way, Trump is going to be reinstated as president of the United States, probably in August. That's the thing. There's no evidence to back that up. There's literally no legal mechanism for that to even happen at this point. Donald Trump lost the election. He is a private citizen. He is not even in the presidential line of succession. Like, there's literally no way he could be president again in August unless something catastrophic happens and he's literally the only American left alive on the planet. Then, okay, sure, I guess you get to be president at that point. But what happens when he's not reinstated? That's the fear that DHS is actively worried about. What happens when this doesn't happen? Do these people become enraged? Do they simply throw their hands up and say, well, I guess it was wrong. No more Q for me, thanks. We don't know. We have seen these individuals get violent before. We saw it on January 6th. They became enraged. Everybody was out there, well, not everybody, but plenty of folks on the right telling them the election was stolen. And they've once again been fed a steady diet of misinformation that somehow, some way, Trump's going to be president again in August. So again, DHS is right. What happens? What do these people do? How do they react when Trump isn't president again next month? If you can't get enough Ring of Fire, we encourage everyone to subscribe to our channel for fresh video content 7 days a week. And for even more from me, you can follow me on all social media outlets, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram @FairandBalanced.